Last section of the entire topic 1. We are finally finishing up topic 1, which means next week you should expect a really small quiz because it's only over these 2 sections. Right before fall break, just in time. But notice that we are combining 1, 6, and 7. That's because we are taking out the stuff that you need to do by hand. We're going to focus on doing it with technology. That's why you'll notice in my notes I have skipped example 1 and we are ready to dive into example 2. Example 2 is going to look a little messy. I do want a graph over here. So I'm going to draw myself a graph first before moving on to Desmos. Okay, so the really nice thing about Desmos is that you do not have to get y by itself. So if you remember using calculators when we were in school, we always had to get y by itself in order to be able to graph it. Well, that is not the case with Desmos. So it's going to look like this. You may want to pay attention to where all the colors are overlapping on top of one another. That can make it a little more difficult to see. So there's some programming and code type stuff that you can do to make this look much cleaner. But for, I'm not really super worried that you can write code in Desmos. So, honestly, the easiest way to make this happen is what we wanted to see is where all the colors overlap each other. So like the black was all this part. The red is lower, so that means at the moment the intersection is like that trapezoid shape. Still the trapezoid shape. Still the trapezoid shape, but it's hard to tell with colors. So what you can do instead is go through and change them all to the same color. So like if I change them all to blue, I know that the overlap is the darkest blue. So meaning we have an intersection here and here. So 0, 0, 7, 0, 0, 5, and 6, 2. And so those are the points that I am going to graph. The points around the darkest spot there. So what was that again? That was 0, 0, 0, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe I'm labeling them here in case you did not get them. 7, 0. And then last but not least, 6, 2. And this is the only part of shading that I am considering the solution set. So the solution set is when it all overlaps. The solution set is the overlap of all the colors. And like I said, with Desmos, I still believe that the easiest way to do that is to change them all to the same color and see where the darkest is. The darkest is going to tell you where all that overlap is, and it's easier to see that way. All right, so